breakdown, yeah, yeah. Bust the breakdown. Bust the breakdown, yeah, yeah. Bust the breakdown.
Hey everyone, it's Julian. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some modern Ghettotech electro like Amadeezy, Hermeth, Partiboi, that style. As usual, you can get the full project file, samples, MIDI, presets, everything from this video is available at the top of the description. If you want to take your tracks to the next level today, go grab this. This is the fastest thing you can do right now to do that. And yeah, it also really helps support me. If you guys enjoy these videos, definitely go grab that. And let's dive in. So, we are at 141 BPM, a little bit faster. You know, it kind of gives you that more like upbeat, techie sort of sound. First thing up here is the side chain, so it's just the kick, short, and then we side chain things to that. It's playing the same pattern as the kick. It makes it a little bit easier to control the side chain. And then the next thing we have here is the drums. So you can hear these drums are super fat. So the main drums, like right up top to start with, would be the kick and the snare. That's what I always start with. You know, just try to get a good groove between these. And the groove is going to come from the kick pattern and then also the samples. That's the thing. A lot of people always go like, oh, what's the best kick sample or what's the best snare? Well, there really isn't a best kick or a best snare. It's just whichever one sounds best in the particular groove you're working on. So yeah, we got that. So that's just a really fat kick. The snare is just a 909 snare, I believe. I don't think it has... Yeah, it's just got a little bit of drum bus, and it's also layered with a clap. As you can see, the drum bus is not on that heavy. It's only 19%, so it's really not that much in your face. It's meant to just be that little boost, rather than like this radical change to the sound. The bass sound has to be good, right? Like that's the snare with nothing. And then we just add that little bit of drum bus and takes it over the top. Then we have some hi-hats. This one's got like some velocity stuff you can see going on. And also these 808 hi-hats. There's this tambourine. And you can see this is a bit more spread out, right? Like this is just hitting on every, like on the 3. But just having that one percussion hit there, I think really goes a long way in the track. And then we have a little bit more complex stuff. We also have this operator percussion, which is made with white noise, which also has a sine wave going on here. You can see there's no FM happening, so it's actually like a sine wave with some white noise. Sine wave is pitched up a bunch, and it's got a pitch envelope on it. So that kind of gives it like a pluck. We have this filter, this bandpass filter with an envelope, and then there's an LFO on that as well as the pitch. Plus the LFO amount is actually being modulated by the LFO as well, so yeah, you can see how that moves around there. We've got just a bit of echo and some drum bus on that. And then we have this. So what's going on here is we have a bunch of percussions in this drum rack. If I turn off all this processing, right, it's just that. It's just these 3 different percussions. And then there's some echo, which is adding a bit more rhythm. But then we also have this filter, which has an LFO on it doing 16th notes. So now you have all these extra notes being added by the echo, but now they're also getting this automation from the LFO. And then on top of that, we just got a bit of drum bus. And yeah, so that's all the drums. So you can see it might seem simple, and it definitely is simple. Like, you know, you could definitely way overcomplicate this even further, but I think this is about how full you want it to be without being too overcrowded. Cool, so the next thing that we have here would be the bassline. So what's going on here is it's 3 layers. So it starts with this, which is an 808. Right? Like literally just a hip hop 808. Here's the MIDI. You can see super simple, 3 notes. There's a bit of gliding in there that makes it sound cool. And then there's also this operator layer, which is basically just 2 sine waves. Right? You can see what's happening is they're an octave apart, detune, and then there's an attack on the second one. So that's how you get that. It's like opening up like that. And then there's also a filter here with the sine shaper all the way up, and then a pretty high resonance. So what's happening is when this is coming up and the volume's getting to a certain level, and it's kind of like hitting certain frequencies in the filter with the distortion, that's when you get that. And then also the distortion after too, but we'll talk about that in a second. There's a little bit of chorus, and yeah, so it's these 2 layered together. You'll see also they have the glide set to the same on each of them. That's really important. If you're going to do these gliding notes with 2 layers, they got to have the same glide time or else it's going to sound weird. Then we have, just a bit of amp. So there's without it. See, it's a little bit too dry. And then with it, it gives it that nice texture. And then this being sidechain to the sidechain. We have this layer. So this is almost like a dubstep sound or something, but this is, the idea here is like that main bass line is kind of stopping and starting, right? And it has like a lot of space there. And that's where you can fit in like these extra little bass sounds. So yeah, this one's made with operator again. So again, just more FM stuff with sine waves, just playing with that same idea where it's the attack on the second one coming up. So now you're getting, and also you can see that's up a bunch of octaves. So you're getting this like that's what's building into the sound. And then we also have this bandpass with the hard shaper, and that's got a similar envelope. So here's without the bandpass. And then with. So that's what really gives you that like growl. You can try setting it lower if you want to. But yeah. Then we just have a bit of chorus, reverb, like super short, and then an amp to give it that like real crunch. Because if we turn that off, it's a bit dry. Then we have this 303. So again, that's when it just really like stops there, the 808, and then this has a lot of space. So this is just playing 2 notes, just G and G sharp, same 2 out of the 3 notes that the 808's playing. And here's the MIDI. So it seems complicated. It's just this kind of like catchy little 303 pattern. You can see there's some glides in there. Nothing too crazy, really. Really just fills in that space nicely there. And it's a good contrast too, because the 808 is more like boom, boom, like long held out notes. This is like you know, it's that contrast that I think really makes the track. For the sound, it's just made with operator. It's a square wave. So a lot of people think when you're making a 303, you're just going to always go for the saw wave. But actually, square waves, you know, can be just as good. And the original 303, you had the option for either. So I recommend trying it. It's super underrated, especially when you get that really like harmonic, like you can see in here. We have this shaper on the filter with a lot of resonance. That goes really well with the square wave. So then, yeah, we have a filter here with an envelope, not too much envelope. That's the secret to the 303. And then, yeah, just soft shaper, adding a bit of crunch, high resonance. There's also an LFO on the filter. Just moving that around so it's not just like in one place. If we turn that off, it's a lot better with the movement. And then we just have some drum bus. And then the last thing down here is this vocal.
What's the breakdown? Yeah.
So yeah, this is just this nice, like kind of catchy, old school hip hop vocal. So here's the original vocal.
What's the breakdown? Yeah.
And then I did this trick where you put this super fast echo on with like the filter all the way up.
What's the breakdown?
And you get that cool metallic vocal sound that you hear in a lot of these tracks. So that's the secret. That's how they're doing that sound. And then we just have a high pass filter. And that's really it for the vocal. It's really more about the vocal you're using. And also if you listen to this flow, particularly like the rhythm of the rap here, just goes really well over this beat.
What's the breakdown? Yeah. What's the breakdown? What's the
And that's really what you want to aim for. It's not about like, magical vocal processing. It's just like a good vocal that sits over the track well. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. And let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get this full project file, literally everything, the vocal, the samples, the MIDI, the presets, everything you see here is available right at the top of the description on my website. Definitely go grab that for just $5. This is something that can take your tracks to the next level today. Immediately, as soon as you download it, you will see a huge difference, and it'll help you get where you've been trying to get. So, thank you so much for the support, guys. Also, check out my Discord in the description as well. It's a great community we're building over there. You don't want to miss out. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.